What they're saying, and then you say, well, what's the other side? Like, oh, modern people, they're very depressed and lonely and sad. Well, what were like in the Middle Ages? Would that be and joyous all the time? Oh, my child just died of cholera. I'm so happy now. I
like love. Love is worth saving.
I don't know love.
Now encompasses everything. Does it not?
It's all there is.
It's all there is.
You choose survival, social, wisdom, or heart.
Being the inclusiveness of all people, you have to respect where this came from. You have to respect the older values based on collective emotional systems, collective emotional responses over time. And here's a quote by Pirsig. What people value can never be contained by any intellectual formula. So to integrate the good parts of this new awareness of socialism, potentially such as healthcare, some education benefits, definitely the idea that everyone is of equal value, into the capitalist system, you need something like mutual respect and collaboration. It's not all or nothing like the pundits keep insisting. But the problem is it's not happening. And there doesn't seem to be a way to make it happen, and there's a total impasse. So what are we going to do? Well, maybe now all we've got is ourselves. So there's a quote in Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance that I love. The future is going to be changed by individuals making quality decisions, and that's all. And then after that quote, he goes on to say, God, I don't want to have any more enthusiasm for big programs full of social planning for big masses of people that leave individual quality out. So it seems like all we can do is change ourselves right now to do our best to live a quality existence, and hope it catches on. So I hope that made sense.
Welcome, everybody, to the character creation Larpgate AAO thumbnail. Look at that. It's like a merry-go-round on a boat, right? With lanterns. It's what a great job, Oracle AI. Great job, Oracle AI. And as always, where is it? Where is it?
Ducks eat bread.
They do. They like it.
Not that, this. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all. Save against that live stream. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Larpgate AAO. AAO. What's your AO? Here's your savings throws against those. This is how that goes. You get to pick between survival, social, wisdom, or heart as the basis for your savings throw. I roll the die. If it's over 10, you take half damage from the mind control that follows. If it's under 10, you take full damage. But remember, everybody, we want what's best for you. And this is the place where you get the savings throws versus mind control. Everybody else just starts casting theirs on you. Just starts casting with no savings throws. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Ooh, survivalist, that's a 4, with just 1 for each chamber. You're going to need your bonuses, plus 2 for chatting in the hive mind. Socialists, pair of 7s for a 14 for you. You're going to be all right. Half damage. Wisdom, folks, that's a 5 for you. You get a plus 5 if you comment on a replay. Heart, folks, you got a 6 today. That's a 6. You're going to need your bonuses, but you hard folks are always giving each other bonuses. And Indigo Kids, you got a 15. You don't get to see the die.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
Now, as you know, we're streaming over the top of our good friends over at Grail Country, currently saying this.
Roman Catholic Church. Yeah, you're unlike, once saved, always saved. And,
And it sounds like somebody's a monopoly of every time we sample of it. But I was watching the earlier portion of the stream, and I've been creating a lot of characters over the last week. And the two kind of blended together, and how here we are on this flotilla. It was important to me to let all the new people know about the AO. The AO! The alignment, the attitude, and the orientation, and how that works in our soul lanterns. This AAO gyroscopic buoyancy is on the card topic for today, and that's the Larpgate AAO and character creation. Whatnot we'll be going over. And gyroscopic buoyancy is what I fed the AI art slaves and made this image. So isn't that neat?
So say we all. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ho, ho, ho.
But first, let's settle into life with some branding and checking out with the hive mind chat. Oh, dear Lord. Good thing you've had your savings throws. Rascal says, did you guys see Gavin's feet pics? We got PRN and Tayoteo in the house. Slack over here. I saw President Foxman, Stephanie, Cassandra, Neutrino, Mills, Josh Garrison requesting.
I'm not a cat.
Who else? Everybody else wave again. I missed you. Good to see you, Rascal. Well, it puts you in a delta brainwave state that makes you more susceptible to the mind control, Cassandra. This has all been thoroughly researched. We got PRN in the house. Apparently, he's making an appearance over on the Friday Morning Nameless or some such. I don't know. I've seen your face in the thumbnail from the agency deck. Card of the show, 5 of spades. 5 of spades. So before, after, maybe during, we do have a new Dumir in the house that dropped today with these fancy talker people. Hey.
Divination.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that most traditional cultures understand that there are types of intelligence that are not alive, at least not alive in the way that we understand alive in terms of biological beings that are born and die. You know, that they had a sense that there are agencies and intelligences that are transpersonal and that don't, that in some ways run through human behavior and run through humanity. And I think ancient people had mechanistic ways of tapping into those types of intelligences. And
we all know that there is no agency any living gent can see. Doing what is right for me is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
They would have mechanistic ways, whether it was tossing something or throwing things, looking at relationships, almost like random relationships, and then qualifying those random relationships was a way in order to tap into types of intelligences that ran through their own thing, like a kind of technical way to access intelligent patterns that are coming down into the model. You know, sometimes you can see societies become possessed with certain things. I think that's happening now. There are patterns like that I don't think we have the wisdom to recognize as it's manifesting itself. We might have them run through us without even knowing what's going on.
The fact that there are these huge patterns at work is, you know, you have Struck's book.
All right. Okay. So, what you're witnessing here is the Dumir boat. His YouTube boat makes these kind of videos. This is the thing you're watching is a light shining from his boat, and his boat is his channel, and he makes these lanterns that show up on the boat. That's okay. So he's on the other side of the Larpgate. He's this wizard that makes these sorts of things and floats a boat with them. Okay, that's the character creation is a Larpgate gamification that allows us to use the Dungeon Master's lens on the flotilla of ants. Brilliantly released in the No Aid, No Ads section, I think, of Pastor Paul Vanderklay's membership sections. Is anybody else lost yet?
Book on divination in the ancient world. There was a very strong distinction between sorcery and divination. Sorcery was criticized both morally and epistemically, but divination was taken seriously, and it was carefully cultivated. And there was a social cultural project of distinguishing the two, trying to really constraining this one, and really reverentially cultivating a proper participation in the other one. This is a possible project for us to understand.
And in case you didn't know, this is the Grimgris channel where you can find conversations with both me and this guy, and also the guy in the top right for you, the Mr. Hey, I'm climbing on Sophia's mountain. That guy Ken Lowry. There's a talk with me and him on this channel.
How we enter into proper, right, reverential relationships with things we only have an intuitive grasp of that in very many ways significantly exceed us. Yes. And secularism has kind of wiped out our education of how we relate to beings that might be more grander than us by eradicating a religious sensibility, and that has bereft us. So let's take note of what the ancient cultures have done. We can learn from them. We have the proof that this can be handled well. Is that happening right now? No. Could it happen? Yes. There's the Noah story.
Yeah.
Oh, and an exciting other news. We're enabling the shop now on this live stream with 3 tagged products now available in your links below.
There's the person that has the right relationship to ultimacy.
Right, that's right.
Right, and there's a technological response. The art.
That's right. I agree.
Right?
I agree. I totally agree with that. I mean, even like in the Revelation image that I've given several times, you have these 2 images. One is the beast that creates an image of itself and makes it speak, and then seduces everybody by the speaking image. And then there's this other image of a right relationship of technicity and civilization to the transcendent. These 2 kind of are put up against each other as 2 possible outcomes.
Strikes me as kind of an interesting.
This means that the individual psyche is far from being safely synthesized. On the contrary, it threatens to fragment only too easily under the onslaught of unchecked emotions. While this situation is familiar to us from the studies of anthropologists, it is not so irrelevant to our own advanced civilization as it might seem. We too can become dissociated and lose our identity. We can be possessed and altered by moods or become unreasonable and unable to recall important facts about ourselves or others, so that people ask, "What the devil has gotten into you?" We talk about being able to control ourselves, but self-control is a rare and remarkable virtue.
Okay, and then, hey everybody, welcome. I'm General Griswold Gaius Grim of the 1st LARP Aggression Protocol. Hello, I see the assassins have failed. And member of the Fraternal Regiment, embodying narcissistic sociopathy. And here we're doing a Larpgate AAO stream, which is regards to your gyroscope and your buoyancy. Your buoyancy as far as an ant flotilla goes. And here's the red card. Oh, no. The red deck card of the show is the Upside Down Joker. That's great news for everybody. We have some all-stars in the Hive Mind chat, including the young sacrifice President Foxman, Divination playing into a psychopomp, and Slack saying, "Here's hoping we can get to the bottom right in some kind of VIP room hostage stream." Don't say words like hostage. Don't. And yes, may they continue to do so. Thanks, Neutrino. It's good to know at least one other member of the Sacred Order of Foolish Transparency is out there, especially with the card for the show like that.
Working on it.
So, some elsewhere in the flotilla, as we've shown you previously, and still going. Perhaps, yeah, we have
And
the
then
All
at a point
Stars
in
still
time,
going. But this presentation started out with there, no, here, them reading from this thing here. This thing here. There it is. There it is. And I wanted more than anything for Nate to like open the tab and hit Control Z so people could actually read it, read along with them. but that didn't happen. So where was it? Where was it? All right, we've lost it. We've lost it. Check in with the hive mind for a minute. Well, see, so I get on, and Nate is reading from this article. And to me, with my dungeon master vision, it's like reading the public reading portion is like a skill check. It's like a proficiency. The way that seeing what clips to grab is a proficiency, and these sorts of things. As far as the gamification of the flotilla via the Larpgate and our alignment or attitude and orientation buoyancy gyroscopes for our lantern boats. Blue church card of the show is the Three of Spades. The Three of Spades. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're feeling virtually not alone. And if I'm not helping with that, this new one from Rascal might.
It by watching each other, where this little corner is becoming a body. We are becoming a body bit by bit, and we are doing it by watching each other. We're watching each other. Grimm, I think, is a ways ahead of us, partly because Grimm has such a deep understanding of the hooks that set and video games have in us. It's looking like I'm right. We're remembering to embody bit by bit because the programming is finally sinking in. That's right, Grizz. You're very right. We're moving into that new stage where we're self-consciousness. We're watching each other, and the Lord might come to us and say, "Who told you you were naked?" And we didn't know. We were just naked on these screens. The hierarchy. People who got in early in the 6 years, But one of the things that I love about this little corner is you can make your way up in this hierarchy with skill, hard work, and determination. You really can. Mind read the comment makers, especially if they're repeat comment makers. We're watching each other. Part of what happened in this corner is that trolls are welcome-ish. You can troll and you can be welcomed as a troll, but you're going to be tested as a troll, and what you're going to be tested for is if you can troll in the right way in this rather trolly corner.
Bing, bing, boom, boom, boom.
And welcome back. We're doing a Larpgate AAO stream. AO, with this fancy thumbnail, character creation. And we've gone over how Grail Country started his big discussion that's still ongoing with the share this tab instead. This piece from David Bentley Hart, who, as you can see here, is an Eastern Orthodox theologian. The original version of this article was delivered as a lecture at a conference on the Ten Commandments held at St. Olaf's College in Northfield, Minnesota. Okay, so that's and here's I think a clip of him saying what it matters to him for.
It's the empty field of whatever the will may choose. Like that is the nothing as such.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, but I link all the time, and I see like a lot of like I don't think there's a lot of like heart is defined the way heart is defining nihilism in this essay is like it's simply the empty field of whatever the will may choose. Like that is the nothing as such.
Mm-hmm.
The empty field of whatever the world may choose. And so I'm there, I'm watching them, and they're reading the essay. And first of all, he won't zoom in enough for everybody else to read it, which was unpleasant. But I don't know. It's like they're reading performance check. I don't know. I was like, man, let me come on and read some. Like, listen to this guy. Can I find the grim word? I heard him say grim. There we go. Here, so I wanted to read some of it to you, and we'll start here. It means also to remain aloof from many of the moral languages of our time, which are, even at their most sentimental, tender, and tolerant, usually as decadent and egoistic as the currently most fashionable vices. It means, in short, self-abnegation, contrarianism, a willingness not only to welcome, but to condemn, and the refusal of secularization as fierce as the refusal of our Christian ancestors to burn incense to the genius of the emperor. This is not an especially grim prescription, I should add. Christian asceticism is not, after all, a cruel disfigurement of the will contaminated by the world weariness or malice towards creation, that one can justly ascribe to the many other varieties of religious detachment. It is rather the cultivation of the pure heart and the pure eye, which allows one to receive the world and rejoice in it, not as a possession of the will or an occasion for the exercise of power, but as a good gift of God. It is, so to speak, a kind of Marian waiting upon the word of God and its fruitfulness. This is why it has the power to heal us of our modern derangement, because, paradoxical as it may seem to modern temperaments, Christian asceticism is the practice of love, what Maximus the Confessor calls learning to see the logos of each thing within the logos of God. And it eventuates most properly in the grateful reverence of a Bonaventure or the lyrical ecstasy of a Thomas Traherne. Still, it is a discipline for all that, and for us today it must involve the painful acknowledgement that neither we nor our distant progeny will live to see a new Christian culture rise in the Western world, and to accept this both with charity and faith. Anyway, so proficiency checks if as your character on the TLC boat with the lanterns. Right?
The list? Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast magic missile.
A room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting magic missile. Why are you casting magic missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness.
Okay, hello and welcome. Welcome. That's not a super chat. Hello, welcome. We're doing the oh, don't forget. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all. We're doing the character creation Larpgate AAO gyroscopic buoyancy stream. And that's what that's where I explain the in case you missed it. I go over the alignment, altitude, attitude, and orientation factors of one's buoyancy here in the Larpgate flotilla, as I'm calling it now. And by doing so, I invoke the power of our good friend. Our good friend. Oh, no, not him, but Microsoft Paint. Microsoft Paint. We go to a file new. We make it all new. We make a brand new one. There we go. Now, first off, we have, let's see, we'll use our banners. Well, not yes, not that one, but we'll make it say this instead. We'll say alignment section. The alignment section. Now, it goes like this. Oh, look at that. We made it appear on the screen. We take a little green thing over here, and then we take a line here. And we do it like, put the green, hey, we make a green line. Give me a brush. Give me a brush. We make a brushy line. We start over. File new. Here we go. Don't save. It's brand new. Here we go. We make it a big. Here we go. And then we have a green. No, a green. Oh. Now they get more branding. No. All right, welcome back. We're at the alignment section of character creation. I'm explaining now alignment to you. We have first a green line that goes like this here. It's a nice green line, and then we'll take a yellow line. We'll take a white, yellow, maybe an orange line. We'll take an orange line, and we'll do like this. We'll make it like this. Like this is this one. Okay, now we're gonna do alignment. You see. The alignment goes like this. First, we have let's see, down here, the black brush, and the chaos is down here. Chaos, and then up here is the order. Maybe it should have been yellow. It should anyway. Anyway, over here, and now on this side, we're gonna have a selfish, just I love me, selfish, and then others. I love the whole of humanity. So other, All of us together, we'll do allish, selfish and allish over here. Now, to determine one's alignment, you have to determine where they are on each spectrum. For most people in the fraternal regiment embodying narcissistic sociopathy, we start pretty much on this end. And then it's like whether we're chaotic or we're orderful to follow the procedures. If you follow the procedures, things go a lot smoother, And then so you put yourself over here. We'll say we'll put ourselves right here, right there. There we go. We like order, but not very much. Not very much. And that's one's alignment wherever you are on this chart. And that is the alignment portion of the Larpgate AAO. That's one of three. That's one of three. Next up on the hit parade, we're going to be doing the attitude altitude. And that's right after this. Altitude, attitude. Look, I made the thing for it already. Coming up next is this. But first, oh dear. Here's another clip of Nate from earlier. What? Yes, you have to stop and represent. There you go. There it is. Then turn off the thing. Ah, jeez.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Modernity is, in fact, starting to crumble around us. So different things are coming into play. Although a lot of what he says is still true. I think what Peterson is actually kind of where his real genius is in kind of pointing out the same thing that Hart is trying to point out in this essay, is that for you, O Western man, there is no valid choice, but it's either Christianity or nothing. Like there are no other gods that are on the table for you. And if you think that there are, you're deluding yourself. And so that, and Peterson is very good at speaking to that, which is why, and I'm glad you brought up, Laura, I'm glad you brought up, because the other person who was influential and important for me in coming back to the church, besides David, was Jordan. And that thing right there, this showing the inevitability of Christianity for the Western person, that's where they were both speaking with the same voice. And that's where Peterson does.
Hey, that was a quick +4 chance. We're doing the character creation Larpgate AO, and we've progressed on from alignment to the altitude attitude portion of the AO, which we're doing on this screen here. So you have, this is your alignment. Don't forget, and then start anew. Save this one. We're gonna need it. That's a valuable alignment. That's like digital NFT, one of those we just made. Now, so you have your alignment, and that's like this cross down here, your cross to bear. When we discuss altitude and attitude, it's a vertical on this X here that we'll take on this the blue line. We'll make a blue line for it. It comes up from here, right? It goes, this is blue. And then, or it goes down here, this is blue. And this is the altitude attitude line of your AAO. So there's an A, and then there's this one, altitude, and then we're going to do an O later. Okay. And so where you are on this one is a matter of whether or not you hold something sacred, or like the LARP as sacred or profane. Like if a good example is the Queen. The Queen, it's like, is she royalty, and because her position is a thing, the LARP is sacred, or is she just an old lady, or a lizard lady, even lower ism? So your attitude and altitude is whether or not you're capable of holding things sacred, such code of honor and such. Those the integrity of that is determined by your attitude, altitude of your sacred thing, Next up on the hit parade, we have orientations, and then we'll save that. It looks like this. It's coming up right after even more branding. This time, just this one, I guess.
So this is how bad I have failed Deceiving's throws for mind control. Dum 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 da da dum da da dum da da dum dum da da. Da dum dum da dum. It's that bad. And whoosh.
Whoosh, we're back to character creation orientations of the Larpgate AAO. AO. Alignment, attitude, and orientations thing. We left off with our attitude, altitude, looking like this. And now the orientation we do is a bubble of our cosmological bubble. That should probably be indigo-ish. It's like this, and it's now see this thing here is a gyroscope, and what happens is it can point downward, or upward, upwards. Gold, we'll make it gold. Upwards is gold, and that's your orientation. And the orientation is like, you know what this existence I'm in, this being a human in this sinful, terrible world with a bunch of evil. I'm basically in hell right now. I'm in hell. I'm separate from God and love and everything. And there's all sorts of horrible things going around me. My world outlook and worldview is aimed toward hell, or this is heaven, or life is wonderful, or I might be in hell, but it's because I've been sent to bring light to it, because I'm an image bearer, and a positive attitude and outlook toward the world itself. And the flotilla of information is one's orientation. Overall, are you? And as we're floating together, the ones that are pointed toward hell, they're the ones that are underwater in the sea of information. That's their orientation. And that's their gyroscope of alignment, altitude, and orientation. And that's those things are an important part of character creation. There's the part where there's the proficiencies and the skill checks, and like what if you're like say you reap and loom like Rascal and Demir, like that, if that's what you make, or if you are a good orator and you read stuff good. There's different skill sets and path trees, and that's all down the line from one's AAO, their alignment, attitude, and orientation. And so, but this is the 4th year of the Larpgate. This is the fallen version, so it's the best year. But some people are new around here and they don't know those things, so it's important to go back over them. I hope everybody had a good time. Hey, Greek. And then I hope that made some sense to the weirdness that's going on here. This who else are you, Larpgate? The fraternal regiment embodying narcissistic sociopathy. The first LARP ingression protocol. And also on the card we have monkeys scaling an Aztec pyramid. And if you remember one time, there's this Peterson giving a speech where the pyramids are hierarchies, and the thing is to be the one that can scale any hierarchy. And as humans have evolved, we've practiced that ability to scale multiple hierarchies by creating game world hierarchies, which we practice different skill sets of hierarchy climbing in different imaginary realities as presented by other humans in the form of video games. And so the best monkey at climbing the pyramids is obviously the gamers, and the DMs can start DMing reality as something that's emerging. And as we go toward the symbolic summit, thanks to your generous donations to our Symbolic Soul Summit Goal Grift.
Is everything all right in here?
Yes, Danny.
Now, it's a wonderful Saturday. You've had savings throws, and I hope you're right now feeling virtually not alone.
More experience running it in tiling, but there's something about knowing the character of the person who is your friend, who knows about a specific subject. I would go to them first. So what's going on here? I think this comes back to a doubt of institutions, right? I've heard of countless stories of surgeons who, were drunk on the job, or mechanics who owned companies, but they were drunk on the job and they ruined actually my dad's car. That was something that actually happened. But surgeons who messed something up. They left an instrument inside of the body. But then you hear stories about nurses who don't have as much of a credential, but they're able to notice things that, doctors who are supposed to know everything, they catch something that no one else catches. And so there's this
philosophical question. But John, you made the distinction between divination and sorcery. And as I understand it, sorcery would be in a way using the transpersonal powers, these sort of higher powers, whereas divination would be in a way receiving, the disposition of receptivity. So in one case, you've got human ends that you try to then enlist the help of superhuman forces to and the irony is it's precisely when you're trying to use something that you become used yourself, and that's where you get this dialectic. Whereas divination, it's entering into a relationship where one disposes oneself to hear and receive, and therefore in a certain sense conform to something greater than oneself. And there you see it's a very different kind of thing, and ironically in a way you enter into it more receptively, but that's precisely why you don't become then a tool of it. Divination, the capacity to actually there's no art for the corner. If you're a smart person, if the corner helps you, and then you go and make art, that is not art corner, that is just art you made. If you make art for the corner, that's just called garbage. Just pick it up, put it on your fridge, your grandma laying it on the fridge. That's not for us. If it's art for the corner, it's art for the garbage, okay?
art is just art, period. If the corner teaches you, if it helps you see something more clearly, and then you put that into your art, and then people like the art, great. If you make art that only can be viewed by people in the corner, that's just called garbage, and it belongs in the garbage can. And that's just the way art works, okay? Guess what? I've done a lot of comedy. Most of my comedy goes directly in the garbage. Okay, it's bad, it wasn't good, nobody laughed, my parents didn't even laugh at it, that's it. It goes in the garbage can, it wasn't good. It wasn't secretly great, they did not understand the archetypes I put into it, they did not understand the Petersonian, little thing that I was doing. None of that is true. It was garbage that went in the garbage can, and then you started over. So you're not going to make art for the corner. You're never going to have our own art galleries. This is not how art works.
The Broken Clock Tower Discord is going to clip the hell out of this little rant. It is going to become branding.
Well, yeah. Enough. I'm tired of hearing your excuses.
Amen.
Yeah. You take the pill, you put it in the peanut butter, you give it to your dog. Enough, folks, we're done. We're done pretending we don't know how to give the pill to the dog. Okay, you know what an union archetype is. Take enough. It's not that complicated. They're nice people. They want to be your friend. Don't scare them off. So, that's definitely one thing I wanted to get of yeah. Well, yeah.
That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay, so there you go. It was the Larpgate. Ayo. Daylight come and me one go. Character creation stream. We can delineate the proficiencies into different lobster monkey hats. We got reapers and loomers and music soundtracks. Though all that can need to be spelled out, but essentially, if we look at what we're doing as on the flotilla in real life, as we extract out of it the rules and systems by which we would role play it, a la cyberpunk, then the vision of the DM vision of doing that about how we reality will better let us navigate our actual online reality ocean virtually not alone. Kekomega, Danny, thank you, Shadow Cabal. You're part of it now.
I'm attacking the darkness.
And I'm sure somebody else on YouTube would love your views and attention. So let's say goodbye with a little hey. Some people have to shovel snow. All right. Well, since nobody said goodbye, and Stephanie gave us a great new donation towards our elevated goalpost moved symbolic World Summit Grift goal, I said, what is it that the algorithm is offering us with which we can continue? And it looks like Byrne is at it again, doing the old man math. And boy, howdy, wouldn't I like it better if everybody came in and gave a donation here, like Kate James just did, towards our symbolic Summit World Grift goal, and then went over the Byrne stream and say, sorry, we gave it Grims. Wouldn't that be great and fun for me? That boy, howdy, it just won't stop, that guy. It just won't stop. We can solve the meaning crisis here. We can go back to the Grail and Nothing live case and say, geez, what are you guys talking about now? It looks like they're still going. Let's go ask them. Let's head back over to Grail country and ask them about their alignment, orientation, and altitude. Okay, so we'll take Franco's drive out. This is the ending of the show. Now is when you say goodbye, and I highlight it as the closing branding plays. This is that. Prepare yourself. Gives you a +2 to next stream. Say,